Good morning. Weigh-in is going to commence very soon. I look really rough because I just got out of bed. I'm really nervous about this weigh-in, guys, but here we go. Please be nice.
Hello. It's ready. $404.2.
Alright, so that weigh-in isn't what I wanted. It's not my big milestone. My big milestone was 400. That's what I'm waiting to get to. I got down to 401 point something last week. And then I got taken off my blood pressure medication. And now I'm retaining water and all that good stuff. So I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I'm going to go ahead and insert a screenshot of all of my weigh-ins since the beginning of February, the beginning of my current, weighing in every week. Honestly, I've been doing, this whole weight loss thing since March 16th of 2021. March 16th of 2021 was my birthday. March 16th is my birthday. But that was my highest weight ever. And I'm going to show you a screenshot from my chart. That weight documented, which was 477.6. Was my highest weight ever. And I'm not going to get into my whole story right now, but I will tell you that I was pretty much bedbound at that time, or housebound, whatever you want to call it. I could not take a shower. I am very blessed that, I've had my husband help me clean up. And then my brother ended up purchasing me a shower chair just out of the kindness of his heart. I never asked him. He just knew I was struggling, and he purchased me a shower chair so I could shower. Because I think I was actually starting to borrow my mom's so I could shower when needed. And then he also purchased me a peddler so that I could start exercising while sitting. And that's how I started. And I started to try to eat better. And I slowly started losing weight. I would go on 5-minute walks. And that was about all I could stand. I would walk probably a quarter of the complex and back. It was so hard. And there was this one time when we were walking that we got down to right around the place where I would stop and turn around and come back home. And these punk ass kids, I think they were teenagers, were laughing and were yelling like, "Oh, you got a scale?" And I have it all written in my journal. I can't remember everything that was said, but it was hard to hear them be like that. And it really made me not want to go out and walk anymore around the complex because I didn't want to see these people again. I didn't want to be made fun of again. All I'm trying to do is try to better myself and walk and get out there. And instead I'm being made fun of for being so huge, which I get. I'm quite the sight to see. I'm a big lady, but that doesn't mean that you need to make fun of me when I'm trying to just do the right thing. So, that was hard. That was really hard. But I kept moving, and eventually I was able to do the whole complex, do a whole 1 lap, and that was impressive. I actually started by doing a little cut through. There's like a little sidewalk that goes in between some townhouses, that kind of cuts off the back end of our complex. It's really hard to explain. I don't know how to explain it, but just it kind of cuts off maybe about 3-4 minutes of my walk. And that's what I would take to do the whole round. And then one day I got brave and I just did didn't take the cut through. I went the full length, and I've not turned back because once you make it so far, you can't go back to just what you were doing, you know? So I've come a really long way. When I tell you, like, I know that some of my accomplishments might seem like no big deal to a lot of you guys because I took my mobility for granted before I got to being pretty much bedbound, housebound, whatever. And never again will I take that for granted. That I wasn't living life, guys. I was very depressed. 2021 is when I was diagnosed with food addiction and binge eating. And that's when I started therapy. And it has been a game changer. I have been going to therapy now for 2 years. In September, it'll be 2.5 years. And it has absolutely changed my life. I have lost 73 pounds. 73 pounds. That's a lot of weight. I know that it's been over the course of 2 years, which seems really slow, but slow and steady wins the race, does it not? I'm not trying to do some fad diet to bring the weight off right away and then slowly gain it back. I'm not trying to do any kind of diet. I'm trying to change my lifestyle. I'm trying to do better a little bit at a time. In August of 2021, I decided to give up pop, soda, whatever you want to call it. I was a heavy Mountain Dew drinker. I can't stand the taste of Mountain Dew anymore, but that was my drink of choice, Mountain Dew. Awful, I know. Well aware of it. It did a lot of damage to my front teeth. I went out for some drinks at a trivia night, and I decided that this night was going to be my last night to have soda. I was just going to do it for a month and see how it went. I had a Jack and Coke. It was actually my dad's birthday, and I went out with a friend of mine, and we were doing dad drinks. So we each got a Jack and Coke, and actually that was the night that I found out she got engaged. So it was a really cool night. I'll see if I can't find a picture and I'll insert it here. But I want to say I was probably 450 in this photo, maybe. And it had been an emotional day, obviously, because I'd been crying. It was my dad's birthday, and he had been passed for several. I mean, he passed away in 2018. So anyway, after that, I decided to give up pop, and I didn't have it for a month. And it was really hard at first. And now I might have some pop once in a blue moon, but it doesn't quench my thirst at all. I like the carbonation feeling, especially with Sprite. But I prefer water. Water, guys. It's my best friend. So, but that's where I'm at with that. I really don't drink soda much at all anymore. I'm a water girl. Don't like Mountain Dew. Pop is just so sweet. It has to be like a Coke product for me to maybe enjoy it, because then it's not so sweet. But regardless, I still don't really care for pop. I might crave like the carbonated soda feeling every once in a while, but I go out to restaurants, I'll get water with lemon, just to switch up the water part, you know? So, you know, I found out my friend was engaged, and she got married last year, and I was in her wedding, and it was very difficult for me to be in her wedding because I didn't do enough exercise to get where I needed to be able to physically do her entire wedding. I did do her entire wedding, but it was hard, and I was in a lot of pain, and I was in a lot of pain the next day. And that's when I realized I got to do something. I can't live my life like this. I'm not living my life at all. And so I really stepped it up. And now I'm almost out of the 400s. And I mean, I've been teetering that line for a while now, as you can tell. And I'm just ready to be out of it. And I think that once this edema, this water retention finally gets out of me, like once my body can catch up to the fact that I'm no longer on that diuretic blood pressure medication, then I think that the weight's just going to fall right off of me and I will be under 400 easily. I really do believe that it's just water weight showing on that scale. Because yesterday morning I weighed in at 403.8. And then this morning I was up by 0.4 pounds. And it's like, how? When I ate as well as I did yesterday, you know? So obviously I know it's got to be the water weight. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm just going to keep going. So there you go. I used to be almost 500 pounds. 477.6 counts. I have a lot more to talk about with this journey. It's been frustrating. It's been hard, you know, dealing with food addiction and cravings and plateaus and trying to be patient and keeping the motivation, continuing to go since February. It is now July. This is the longest I've ever stuck to anything like this. And it's been hard, and I have definitely had times where I've given up, but I'm doing it. And anybody that's out there that struggles with binge eating, food addiction, overeating, weight, mobility issues, anything like that, you're not alone. I'm right there with you. But I want you to know that you can do this. We can do this. You just have to keep going. You have a bad day, you pick your feet back up and you get going the next day. The next meal, make it a better one even. You can do this. If I can keep doing this, you can keep doing this. We got to do it. I have a daughter that is a really big motivation of mine. I want to watch her get married someday, if she wants to get married. But I would like to see her graduate. I'd like to see her go off to college if that's what she chooses to do. I want to see her succeed in life. I don't want her to watch me die at a young age. I don't want to die in my sleep due to a heart attack. Do you know the anxiety that I have over having a heart attack? It's awful. It's not as bad as it used to be because I am working on myself and I'm no longer almost 500 pounds. But it is something that is always in the back of my mind. I started having panic attacks at my highest weight. And the panic attacks happened because I thought I was having a heart attack. And I would have to realize this isn't a heart attack, it's a panic attack. And it's kind of hard to differentiate. But it's a scary feeling. It doesn't matter. I've never had a heart attack. Knock on wood. I don't. But that's the gist of my story. There's a lot more to it, and I will organize a video where I can talk about everything, timelines, and really get into everything. And I will do that soon now that I've done my weight reveal. I will get that planned and put up for you guys. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'm more than happy to answer them. I can answer them in a vlog. But I am 404 pounds. And I am just over 4 pounds away from being under 400. And I can't wait. And we're going to make it there. It's going to happen by the end of the summer. We will be under 400. Better happen in the next couple weeks, but, you know. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful day, and see you next time.